Okay, so in this video, I just want to review how to calculate perimeter and area of two-dimensional shapes. So you can see here perimeter, we've got written distance around a two-dimensional shape. So if you look at this first rectangle we have here, all you'd have to do, if you want to take a highlighter, you would just calculate like you're taking a walk all the way around and add up those distances. One thing we want to notice that if we have this vertical length 5, then this one that's parallel to will also be 5 centimeters. And same thing for that horizontal length of 10. The one parallel to it will be 10 also. So you can simply just say P for perimeter equals 5 plus 10 plus 5 plus 10. So we would say the perimeter of that rectangle is 20 centimeters. If we wanted to take the area of the rectangle, we can see area is to measure how much space is on a flat surface. So for the rectangle, we would want to go to the formula A for area equals length times width. So going back to your rectangle, 10 would be your length, and 5 would be your width. If you make 5 the length and 10 the width, you would just make the argument that you're looking at the rectangle from a different perspective, and that's totally fine. And you just want to substitute in for the formula, so 10 for length and 5 for width. So your area would be 50. Now you want to be careful with the units here. You're going to use centimeters, but you want to put that little 2 up there to signify that you've taken the area of a two-dimensional shape. In perimeter, you don't put anything except the units, which in this case was centimeters. So I've got a triangle down here, and I just want to review the formula for area of a triangle. So area of a triangle is going to be the base times height divided by 2. So going here to the triangle, the base is going to be this bottom dimension of 10. And the height is going to be this one here. It's going to change. Go to the highlighter. It's going to be the one going straight up and down, which they're saying is 12. So then when you're ready to take your area, you're just going to substitute 10 for base. Use a bracket every time you substitute. Same thing for height. I'm going to substitute 12. Now you could do this all at once if you wanted to, but what you want to do is do the 10 times 12. It's going to give you 120. And then divide it by 2. So you can see here, if we did everything right, our area should be 60. And because it's in centimeters, I'm going to put that little 2 up there, just to remind myself that I took the area of a triangle in 2 dimensions. And you just want to look at a circle here. So for a circle, we've got a formula for perimeter. And when we look at the perimeter of a circle, we're looking at the circumference. So you can say C for circumference is pi times diameter d, or if you want, you could say C equals pi r times 2. So I'm going to do it both ways. So when you're looking at a circle, the d in any circle for a formula is going to stand for the diameter. So the diameter is going to be that distance across the circle. So if you've got this circle here and then they draw the line across, because the line went from one side of the circle to the other, that means they're going to give you the diameter. So if they have that line drawn across and they say it's 8 centimeters and you want to take the circumference, you're going to go C for circumference equals, now if you go back to the formula, it's pi times diameter. So we know pi is approximately 3.14. Now it doesn't equal 3.14. If you have a pi button on your calculator, you can use that. We know pi never ends, but in order to show how the formula works, we can just substitute 3.14 in there and just make sure we note that that's not really equal to pi, but it's an approximation of it. And then for diameter, I'm just going to sub in 8. It is better to use the pi button on your calculator, but if you don't have a pi button on your calculator, using 3.14 is fine. And then you want to multiply there. So you're going to decide what decimal place to round off to. I'm just going to round off to 1. Now I'm going to leave that as centimeters because circumference is the perimeter of a circle. Now if I wanted to use this version of the formula, I would need R. So when you're dealing with a circle, R in all the formulas is going to signify the radius. So the radius is half the diameter. So if our diameter was 8, that means our radius R would be half of that, 4. So if I want to use that version of the circumference formula, 2 times pi, I'm going to use that 3.14 again, times 4, and multiplying all those up. Again, I get the same value of 25.1. Now, when they give you the radius in a circle, they're not going to draw the line across. They're going to draw the line from one side of the circle to the middle of the circle. And they could draw that from anywhere. Just like you could draw the diameter from anywhere from one side of the circle to the other side of the circle. And then the last one, I'm going to use that same circle I want to review is formula for area of a circle. So that's going to be pi times radius to the exponent 2. So I'm going to use that same circle so we know we're going to use, for this example, 3.14 for pi, unless you have that pi button. And my radius 4. So the formula says the exponent 2, so I want to handle that 4 to the exponent 2 first. So I'm going to hang on to 3.14. 4 to the exponent 2 is 16. And again, I like to use one decimal place. And I'm going to put that 2 to make a note that we took the area of a circle. So that is a quick review of perimeter, area of a rectangle, a triangle, and a circle.